Okay, this was what I was hoping for, to find a beautiful St. John's wort plant and to be able to talk here right in front of the plant about it for you. So look at that, those pretty yellow flowers. Yeah, we have lots of noise here in the background. Lots of children, but I do it anyway. So yeah, this is St. John's wort, or Hypericum, Hypericum perforatum. So you can actually see it in those little leaves. There is tiny little holes in each of these leaves, so they are perforated. That is where it got the name from. And then it has the name of St. John's because, yeah, this is actually the time of St. John's here in June. We have festivities here about this saint, and yeah, this is the time where it flowers, so I guess this is where it comes from, but there might be also another story around that name. And yeah, it's a wonderful medicinal plant. It does so many things. I'm going to pick these yellow flowers, and tomorrow I come again. I have a few plants here that I can pick the flowers off. So this flower, you would not just cut off the whole flower, yeah? This is a perennial plant, so this is going to grow and flower from the same plant, so the plant is not going to die down, yeah, so it wouldn't make sense to cut the whole plant. I mean, of course it grows back by seed. Here they're also cutting down everything once a year. This is why I think this plant is only a year old and not it's not very tall, so they can get much taller when the plants are older. So, but what you need, the actual medicine you need, I mean, you could of course use the whole plant. Some make tea of the whole plant, of the leaves and everything, but the most exciting medicine of St. John's wort is in those tiny little yellow flowers. So you can also just pick the flowers, and I brought a little empty jar, so I'm going to fill my jar hopefully over the next few days. So I just come back every day and pick the new flowers of the day. And you can actually see, I don't know if I can really show you, but if I squeeze this between my hands, oh yeah, you can see it a bit. I get immediately this red oil that comes out. It's a bit hard to see, but you see maybe this slightly dark reddish color. So this is our main active ingredient, constituent that we are after in this plant. So if you infuse this into oil, or you can also make a tincture, but I'm going to make an oil. I'm going to make the jar as full as I can with the flowers, and then I top it off with some almond oil or olive oil or something. I let it sit for 3 weeks or so, and the oil will turn red. Some say you have to put the oil in the sun so that it turns red. I don't believe that. I put mine always protected from direct sunlight, and they still turn wonderfully red, but you can do it either way. And then you have the power of the St. John's wort plant infused into the oil, and it's a wonderful relaxing massage oil. Sometimes I really use it on the whole body after a stressful day, or I use it on any aches and pains and muscle pains that I have on my knees when the knees are sore. So it's really, I was pretty impressed. If you make like a really strong, nice oil, it's really strong medicine, and it really feels amazing. It's really great. And of course, about St. John's wort is, yeah, it's a very interesting plant. It does so many things. It is known for being anxiolytic and antidepressive. Mildly so, yeah. And actually, if I talk to my herbalist colleagues, none of us has this as their favorite herb for depression or anxiety. So it was kind of a bit a hype of the industry, I think. I mean, there are many studies, and they tested St. John's wort for this, and there's many preparations in the pharmacies, like in Germany you can buy that, or in Europe in general, it was a big trend, St. John's wort, for mild depression and mild anxiety. But it works for some people, for others it doesn't. So yeah, it was more, yeah, one of these things, it goes viral for something, but in the end, is it actually amazing for that? It is an amazing plant though. I mean, the effect that it has an effect on the mood, it might be its effect on the liver, yeah, because this is definitely what it is amazingly good at, yeah. It supports and cleans and strengthens the liver, like it just accelerates liver function. And this can, of course, have an effect on depression and anxiety and so many other things in the body. So this is, because of that, this is actually a plant that is also contraindicated if you are taking certain medications, yeah, especially pharmaceuticals that need a very exact dosing, yeah, some immune suppressive medications, or thyroid or contraceptive medications, any medications, you know, that you need in a precise dose for them to work, because St. John's wort will really clear those pharmaceuticals way faster from your body than normally. Yeah, it will just lower the concentration of these pharmaceuticals that somebody just took way faster from the body. Yeah, so you would need a different dose. Yeah, and that's of course complicated to do. So that is why we usually don't use it for people that are on medication or taking any pharmaceuticals that are highly sensitive in that regard, highly dose sensitive. Yeah, but if not, of course, it's an amazing liver herb, definitely, and then you can use it in tea form. But I always find it a pity, you know, to dry this plant, and then, you know, the red sap and the red oil that is in those yellow flowers kind of dries up. So I think we have to somehow make an extract from the fresh plant, yeah, in tincture form or infused into oil. This, I think, is the best way to use it. Many people here in the background. Yeah, later I'm going to go with these families on a little herb walk, and I'm going to show them also St. John's wort and many other plants that are at the moment flowering. And I show them how to make this St. John's wort oil that I'm going to make for myself. I mean, I have a tiny jar. It's not going to be a huge quantity, but there are a couple of plants here around the yurts here. So yeah, and tomorrow, you know, there are going to be more flowers popping up. Yeah, so the plant is very generous and has like maybe 200 flowers each plant. So yeah, it's very generous. So yeah, I'm happy I could show you this here live. And so now I'm going to pick some flowers. See you next time. Ciao.